his life. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the program. Good to see y'all. We made it. We back at it. Welcome to Let's Go Live. I am Lamont King. And this is Let's Go Live. You are now live. Let's go. This is what we do each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast checking the show out. And worldwide. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios. It's a real situation. From the newly remodeled.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Thank you. Good to see y'all, man. Good to have you back. You made it. Shout out to the Peanut Gallery. I see all y'all checking in. Thumbs up. Facebook, YouTube. We trying something different. We trying something different too now. I got Instagram live streaming too. Figure out, we can see it. Hey, it's experimental. It's a Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Nobody's gonna know. Tomorrow you'll be forgot about it. So we'll see if it works. And I'll check the stream later to see if all the sound and sound effects and all that came through. Good to see all y'all, my West Coast people in the Peanut Gallery. Thumbs up, YouTube, Facebook, if you checking in. All right, where was I? Broadcasting live. Hey, we are 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. And with that being said, man, we take any dollar that we can get. Cash App, $ Lamont King 06 for viewer support. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that donated this week. Gotta be nobody. So far, I mean, we 2 days in, so you never know. Some people, you know what I mean? I gave last week. What you want me to give every week? No. But you can subscribe to my Patreon and get down with the get down. You can find all full episodes and bonus clips. Patreon.com, Mr. Lamont King. You become a patron. Appreciate you. All right, here's the number. Y'all on Instagram, y'all not gonna see all the stuff I'm putting on the screen right now, so it's all good. But here's the number if you want to call in at any time. Matter of fact, oh man, you won't be able to call because I'm using the phone for the Instagram. All right, disregard my last right there. Skype. We're going to Skype. You can jump in on the conversation at any given time today. Let's Go Live is the Skype name with the exclamation point, and you'll see the picture when you pull it up. Other than that, pause. Follow me on all social media, Mr. Lamont King, and YouTube.com. Subscribe. Hey, we like 7 more people from 1,000 subscribers. Listen, you are in a unique, exclusive company right here with this operation, right? So, 1,000 people. That's not a lot. People are like, oh, you ain't really doing numbers. You don't really got no audience. 1,000, right? It's exclusive though, because not everybody can come here. So that's that. That's how I'm selling it. Not everybody can come here. This ain't for everybody. It's for us. But I challenge you, watching right now, we like 50 deep at the moment. Everybody just bring one person tomorrow. We double our shit like in a day without even doing anything. See something, share something. We double it up. All right. So what AM Slack? Oh, man. Oh, no. I don't want to use my G's up. I got all my G's. Because a lot of people playing with 4G, 3G. We got all our G's over here. All right, so we good. We good to go. Shout out to Mr. Clarkson, our technical producer, executive producer on the technicals, production staff, and John Watson from All Fun and Games. It's Friday show. And good to see. Oh, we got 50 plus, about 50 people on Instagram. You know what? I'm fine with the low numbers because I'll tell y'all a little something, man. Because during the day and sometimes at night, I'm surfing, I'm scrolling, I'm trying to see what other people are doing or whatever. And I see a lot of my favorite celebrities, man. Or not even celebrities, just creators, people who I follow, because I don't really follow a lot of celebrities, but interesting people who do big shit. And they'll go live, and I'm like, this is a person. This is a whole person with like an Emmy or awards credits, and they'll have like 4 people. And I'll be like, okay, I don't feel so bad. This person is on everything. And they'll go live and be talking, saying a whole lot. And they'll have people and they'll invite people in and all that. And they be having like 7 people on the journey. I'll be like, oh, okay, I don't feel so bad. It's cool. I jumped in on one yesterday, Pretty V and Desi Banks. They were talking to each other. Social media comedians who've really kind of risen to the top of that pile. And they both got 5 million followers apiece, right? This on Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. So in they live, I jumped in like 20 seconds after they went live. And it was like 5,000 people in the joint. I'm like, oh, man, y'all could do a versus for real. I don't even know what they was talking about. I ain't stayed but for 2 minutes. But, the hater in me is negativity is going, because we learned about toxic positivity the other day and how always being positive is not necessarily a good thing. So, I had to detract a little bit. So the detractor in me was like, 5,000. It's less than 1% of their audience. So we still percentage wise, we like right at the same. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 million and there's only 5,000 people tuning in. Nah. Couldn't give them too much props. All right, let's see. Truth is in the building. Tony Spoon, what's up with you? Yvonne. All right. We burnt lives out. It's new. It's too many new TV channels out. Nothing to watch. I saw a show. Speaking of that, Truth, I appreciate that for that. I saw a commercial for a movie that I want to see, a documentary that I want to see. I think it was Blackballed. It's like it's current. Like they're legitimately a whole documentary about what's going on in the bubble in the NBA. Doc Rivers, Jamel Hill, all these people speaking or whatever, and it looked real, graphic, dark, and compelling, and all of that. And it was like streaming live now on Quibi. I'm like, the fuck is a Quibi? What? Who? I'm not getting that for that. What? Huh? You can't put it on nothing else that already. I get it. All these platforms trying to make money, and people with projects are trying to make money, so they put it on any platform. But you could put it on something I have already. I'm not going looking for that. I don't even like is it Quibi or Quibble? I don't even like the name. That's crazy. All right, y'all say, is my G's up? Because I'm seeing y'all saying y'all ain't getting. Oh, all right. Good. All right, here we go. G's. All right, let's get to it, man. A few things I want to rant about today, in case you missed it. I saw some funny things, man. We're just gonna get to it. I don't know if you know right now, but California, the West Coast is on fire, man. 10 states, 10 to 15 states is like currently dealing with major fire situations. I saw this in LA. This was off of Jason Weaver page. I don't know if you remember him from Sister Act and a couple other ATL, and another wonderful movie called Love for Sale that I was in. My man Jason Weaver right here. All right. So he posted this. Now this is some oddball shit right here. This is some, when they be like things you never thought you would see. This is 2020. This is hashtag 2020 shit right here. So apparently at this intersection, there's a palm tree in LA proper. Maybe I used to live there, so I'm thinking that might be a Hollywood Ross. I can't really tell. But let's take a look let's go live action. Oh, my G's. Dang, got my G's up. Oh, we can't. Oh, man, 2020 shit. Hold up, man. All right, let me go ahead and refresh that for y'all because I think y'all will enjoy it. Hold on. Stand by. We good to go. This is a live show. Don't trip. I'm professional. I do this. All right, let's try it again. All right, here we go. And this is a palm tree just on fire. There's so many questions.
What the fuck is going on, bro? What the fuck is...
All right, apparently, well, it's too late, but the language is obviously not safe for work. But I got so many questions, right? This is what we're watching. Middle of the day, they're already dealing with the fire. This was a couple days ago, because now, if anybody calls you from LA or they FaceTime you or if you watch the news, the whole air and sky is orange. That's what's happening now. But what caused this? They say flying embers, but I don't know if that would do that. Because how is it just one? Like, what in all of the hell is going on where this is what you see driving down Sunset Boulevard in LA? And who just keeps driving? This is a normal day? This is where we at, 2020? Who doing that?
What the
That's major. I don't even know what. Did somebody throw something up there? Was it a lightning strike? Was it a bird carrying a cigarette? Like, what?
What the
It does look purposeful. I just had so many questions. They're just, man, this is nonstop action. If 2020 was a movie, a disaster movie, nonstop action. Like, this is one of them joints where you don't, if you're watching it at home, 2020, you don't even want to go to the bathroom because you real live might miss something. I mean, ridiculous. Flying embers, maybe. We'll go with that for 200. Ken, you see what I did there? All right, let's keep it moving. I want to show you this. You might have missed this a few weeks back. This is something that floated, not safe for work at all, but I completely enjoyed it. There was apparently a Zoom city council meeting, virtual city council meeting, and where you get your time. You know, if you're civilly engaged or an activist of any level, you know, you get to go to city council and get your time, right? And get everything off your chest, and they let you say whatever you need to say. You got an issue, you got a proposal, you don't like policy. So my man Jeremy, I don't know this guy, but my man Jeremy, he got a lot off his chest in a major way. And I say salute him for being a patriot, you know, a keyboard patriot, if you will. Hilarious, though. Not safe for work. I don't know where some of y'all are. The replay value on this, just turn it down. But let's watch it together. Hilarious. I've watched it like 20 times already. All right, let's take a listen.
Thank you. Jeremy Fresh, followed by Juan Ramirez.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
Black Lives Matter, defund the police. I find it disgusting that the LAPD is slaughtering peaceful protesters on the street. I had two friends go to the protest in Beverly Hills a couple days ago, and the protest was peaceful. So the police showed up with their excessive violent force, shooting rubber bullets and throwing tear gas. Is this what you think of protecting and serving? Because I think it's bullshit. Fuck you, Michael Moore. I refuse to call you an officer or a chief because you don't deserve those titles. You are a disgrace. Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
Wait a minute. It's still all right. I paused though. It's still time on the clock. Jeremy, you see the clock management? I don't know if y'all really on game right here. Wait a minute, make it smaller. Let's pause and watch it again. The clock management right here. This is rehearsed. This is rehearsed epic. This is what I call ownership yesterday. Owned. This is rehearsed and supreme execution. You're not going to get that twice in your life. Amazing. Let's enjoy it again. Civic engagement, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Jeremy
Fresh.
Jeremy Frisch. Shout out to him. I'll see if I can get him on. Look at the clock. Watch the clock, though.
Black Lives Matter, defund the police. I find it disgusting that the LAPD is slaughtering peaceful protesters on the street. I had two friends go to the protest in Beverly Hills a couple days ago, and the protest was peaceful. So the police showed up with their excessive violent force, shooting rubber bullets and throwing tear gas. Is this what you think of protecting and serving? Because I think it's bullshit. Fuck you, Michael Moore. I refuse to call you an officer or a chief because you don't deserve those titles. You are a disgrace. Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Thank you.
I yield my time though. Y'all not. I don't know if you're appreciating the surgical nature of this and its importance and relevance to parliamentary procedure. I yield my time back, is what he said. After suck my meat and choke on it. F you. And I yield my time. Amazing. Jeremy Fresh. Hey, let's see if we can get him. We got to get him, our production staff. We got to get Jeremy on here, man. All right. Moving on. That's just top tier level fuckery right there. That's just what that is. All right. Speaking of fuckery, we're going to take a watch. We're gonna watch this whole thing, man. I came across this earlier, and there was a couple bits and pieces I wanted to pull out. But we're gonna watch as much as we can watch. Trump, your president, keeps doing interviews. He keeps doing interviews. Don't ask me why. I was gonna say, if you know you're not good at something, don't keep doing it. Definitely don't keep doing it in public. But when you're mentally ill or deficient, it's not really, it's kind of hard to really say, you know, what you think you can or can't do. So that being said, this interview with Stephanopoulos that your president did the other day, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, let's just try to watch as much as we can. I'll say it like that. All right, here we go.
Voted for questions on.
All right, stand by. Here we go. Let's bring this in. Let's try. It's a few minutes, but let's try, and then we'll unpack it. We'll pick it apart. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Healthcare comes from Alicia Block. She's from Philadelphia, an assistant professor who voted for Hillary Clinton last time.
Hi, Mr. President. I was born with a disease called sarcoidosis. And from the day I was born, I was considered uninsurable. That disease started in my skin, moved to my eyes, into my optic nerves, and when I went to graduate school, into my brain. When it hit my brain, I was automatically eligible for disability for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. I chose instead to get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, and become a professor.
Right.
It is great, except I still have similar healthcare problems. It costs me, with copays, I'm still paying almost $7,000 a year in addition to the copay, and should pre-existing conditions which Obamacare brought to fruition be removed?
No.
Please stop and let me finish my question, sir. Should that be removed within a 36 to 72 hour period without my medication, I will be dead. And I want to know what it is that you're going to do to assure that people like me who work hard, we do everything we're supposed to do, can stay insured. It's not my fault that I was born with this disease. It's not my fault that I'm a black woman and in the medical community I'm minimized and not taken seriously. I want to know what you are going to do about that.
So, first of all, I hope you are taken seriously. I hope you are. And we are not going to hurt anything having to do with pre-existing conditions. We're not going to hurt pre-existing conditions. And in fact, just the opposite. If you look at what they want to do, where they have socialized medicine, they will get rid of pre-existing conditions. If they go into Medicare for All, which is socialized medicine, and you can forget about your doctors and your plans, just like you could forget under President Obama. He said, you can have your doctor, you can have your plan, and that turned out to be a lie. And he said it 28 different times, at least. We have 28 different times. You can have your doctor, you can have your plan. Well, it's not true. But what we're doing is we're going to be doing a health care plan, pre-existing, protecting people with pre-existing conditions. As an example, yourself. It sounds like that's exactly perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're going to be doing a health care plan very strongly, and protect people with pre-existing conditions. I will say this. They will not do that because they have socialized.
I have to
George,
stop
they
you
have
there.
socialized
I just
medicine.
have to stop you there because I
All
just
right,
have
we
a
go.
couple points.
Here
Number
we go,
one,
George.
Joe Biden has ran against Medicare for all in the primaries, but much more importantly, Obamacare guaranteed people with pre-existing conditions could buy insurance, guaranteed they could buy it at the same price as everyone else, guaranteed a package of essential benefits, guaranteed that insurance companies couldn't put a lifetime limit on those benefits. You fought to repeal Obamacare. You are arguing.
Well, I essentially did.
You're arguing in the
individual
Supreme Court right now to strike it down. That would do away with pre-existing conditions.
So that we can do new health care.
But you've been promising a new health care plan. I interviewed you in June of last year. You said the health care plan would come in 2 weeks. You told Chris Wallace that this summer would come in 3 weeks. You promised an executive order on pre-existing.
I have it already.
But you've been trying to strike down pre-existing
I have
conditions.
it already, and it's a much better plan for you, and it's a much better plan. And
What
when
is
you
it?
say Obamacare, I got rid of the individual mandate, which is the worst part of Obamacare.
You're
where
striking
you had to pay
down
a
the whole
fortune.
law.
Wouldn't be pertain to you, but it pertained to a lot of people where they were going literally bust because they didn't want to have health insurance and they were paying for it anyway, and it was no good. Obamacare was a disaster. Obamacare is too expensive. The premiums are too high. It's a total disaster. You're going to have new health care. And the pre-existing condition aspect of it will always be in my plan. And I've said that loud and clear.
But you
and that's
haven't
true.
come up with it.
And we got rid of the individual mandate, which essentially ended Obamacare. And I had a decision
Only
to make.
because you're arguing for
George,
it.
I had a decision to make. Do I run? We gutted out the worst parts of Obamacare. Now I have to make this decision. This is 3 years ago. Do we run Obamacare well and do a good job and do the best, even though it's never going to be very good? Or do we let it run badly? Probably letting it run badly would have been a better political decision, but I couldn't do that. We have run it so much better than Obama ran it. Now, it's not the same because I got rid of the most unpopular thing and a very unfair thing.
You're
which is
trying
the
to strike
individual
down
mandate.
the whole
Now,
law.
George, we have run it really well. But we also have now if you go Department of Labor, our great secretary, as you know, and you know him well, we have other alternatives to Obamacare that are 50% less expensive and that are actually better.
It's been 3.5 years.
George, it's been 40 years since you had good health care. You never really had good health care in this country. This country has never had it. But when you say that Biden doesn't want to do it, everybody else does. Bernie does. He agreed to the manifesto, as I call it. The agreement with Bernie is that you're going to go to socialized medicine.
He ran against
If you go
Medicare
to
for all.
socialized medicine, well, he agreed. And Harris, who he today said Harris Biden because he thinks she's president, Harris, and someday you'll have to explain that one to me, but Harris is all for doing that. She wants to go to socialized medicine. So you no longer have your doctor really, and you no longer have your plan. And Joe can say all he wants. He's only doing it because he sees his poll numbers going down so substantially. But Joe can say all he wants about health care. Obamacare has been a failure from day one. It's too expensive, whether it's the premium or whether it's the cost generally. And they don't have their doctors and they don't have their plans. We're going to have a very good health care. I think maybe a great health care for less money.
All right. A lot to do with right there. Let me get him the fuck off the screen. Yeah. So listen, I ain't the smartest monkey in the jungle. And like if you're on the team, right? If you're on his side, if you're in his party, if you're a cult follower of his, it doesn't really matter what he says. You with it, and he knows that. So it's not even like healthcare is super complicated for the smart ones in the bunch of us. But he don't even really have to give an answer at this point. He can just point to the other team. They're not going to do it. They're not. Listen, we're doing it. They're not. George, we're already doing it. They're not going to do it. George is like, no, what are you saying? You said 3.5 years ago. Like they can give you, the interview is always giving you facts, numbers, dates, headlines, tidbits, anecdotes. Like they be literally just jabbing this dude with information, factual information that he continues to contradict himself on. But the people who are following the cult of Trump, it don't matter. It don't matter. He just, what? No, we're gonna do it. You're gonna do what? Ours is better. How? They don't want to do it. What? They don't want to do what? He don't even have to give you answers. And I like Mama Sister, who really, yeah. Shout out to her. No. You gonna let me finish? Time out, Donnie. No. I'm not done yet. I got a pre-existing condition since birth. You're not gonna out-talk me. No. But Sharice, so you say you lived overseas and socialized healthcare is better. I feel like just, you know, if we knew that or were close to that or could experience it, we might, most of us would be with it. But it's the way they spin everything, and you know, the way we were raised to believe that those things are bad for us in our democracy. A lot of us couldn't handle that. I know I went to Cuba for a week, and we took the tour, and they was like, yeah, here's a hospital, and there's another one. We was in Havana, and there's another one, and there's another one, and if you get hurt, that's where, you know, citizens, that's where they're going. All healthcare paid, best doctors in the world. This is how good Cuban doctors are. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this. Cuba, as a tiny island nation, sent to the world 900 doctors to like Italy, France, Spain to deal with COVID. And the work that they did over weeks got the numbers down in those countries. As far as specialized medicine is concerned, Cuba has the best doctors in the world. And that's a state-run program. Everybody, free healthcare for all. Now, you want to talk about socialism, communism, and all of that. And I always, you know, like I said, I'm not a sociology professor, so I don't know all the ins and outs. But I think when we regurgitate those talking points, well, halftime, we don't know what the fuck we be talking about. I always get in this argument with people who talk about rules and I don't have to, you know, the government shouldn't mandate me, you know, the maskers, the anti-maskers. They shouldn't tell me what to. I said, but I bet you stop at that stop sign, though. I bet you're not running that red light. Your freedom is relative. So don't play with me. Play with your toys. But as far as the healthcare situation, if you were to experience that, I think we would have a different perspective on that. You wouldn't, you know, half of the things that we do, we keep saying that socialism is evil. We ain't read nothing about Marx. We ain't read nothing about the Bolshevik labor unions and you know, Stalin and Lenin era. Most of us ain't read none of that. So when we regurgitate what we saw on Fox News, and that's socialism, you really don't even know what you're talking about, because half of the government programs that you take full advantage and benefit of today would be considered socialist programming. So knock it off. Anyway, so back to my original point. Which was that would be interesting. And Sharice, if you want to Skype in so we can get your perspective and so you can explain it a little better from somebody that lives somewhere else, learn us on something, more than welcome. All right, let me keep it moving. All right, everybody's got an opinion today. Peanut Gallery jumping. Oh, and by the way, these shoes are courtesy of Bargain Bay Buys, currently on the market for about $415, I believe. Nike Air Max 90 Animal Pack 2.0 collector's edition. So there's that. All right, here we go. Next story. He brought it up. Nice little segue. Biden. Harris thinks that she's the president, or Biden thinks that she's the president already. That's interesting. I think that's going to be the source of conversation. So wait a minute. Let me back up before I get to that. Is it me or no? You know what? Let's show the video first. Let's show the video first, because I don't want to trip over myself and kill my setup. Speaking of Kamala Harris, that's the segue. Kamala Harris. She was trending today, apparently, for something dumb. She jumped off this jet, very fashionable, and some attention was made to her choice of footwear. Let's take a look. And we're going to go to Tariq Nasheed's, one of my favorites, Twitter feeds. And as he expresses his disdain for what he believes is pandering. I want to get your thoughts on this one. All right, so let me take me out of it. Buddy. But let's look at the bounce. Let's look at the Obama bounce off of the jet stair. She's careful each step. She skipped that first one. Make sure she hit the last one. Real nice. The Barry trot, as I call it, the Barack trot. Real whimsical, right? But let's say you didn't know who this was. First thing I said was, "Oh, who's this little white lady right here?" Oh, it's Kamala Harris. Hey, listen, man, don't play with me. Y'all cannot sit here and tell me that when you see her, this, that, you like, oh, sister girl. Nah, no way. Absolutely not. And I feel like they did try it with the Temps. I feel like that is a blatant attempt because we all know at this level, nothing is done accidentally. Everything is deliberate. So why Temps, you ask? Well, somebody brought the Smarty Pants explanation. They was like, well, she was out west inspecting the wildfires or whatever. And I was like, not dressed like that. No way. Good try again. That's very soccer momish. Run to the store. Let me pick up some things. That's what that is. And she don't look 50, whatever, 55. Real spry. But the Timbs, man, I don't know. That's blatant. I don't care what you say. I'll be a cynic on this one. That's blatant. That's a oh yeah, she with us. That's all that is. And who come off the plane like that? Straighten up. You only come off sideways if you holding on to the rail. You ain't even holding the rail. All right. I thought that was interesting though. They really Tariq went in and his followers went in. He's very entertaining. He's hit or miss. He's not for everybody. So I ain't even gonna but here's the other piece. So this is important. This is why I say now I gotta add this caveat, right? So let's dig. I ain't gonna say unpack no more. I'm gonna just say let's dig, right? So the deliberate ploy, if you will. That by definition is pandering, because if you shouting out, spotlighting, highlighting Timbs, you only talking to one group of people. You know what I mean? And they talk like that, and they talk with their hands. You only talking to one deliberate group of people. So, real talk. Can we give some attention to Maya Harris, one of these shows? The sister? Sure. I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything about her. So let me know. We'll do some digging, do some Googles, See if we can get her on. Yeah. Thanks for that, Cavett. Shay, you can't read that. I'm driving. I read it. She said Kamala D. Harris in Tim's. Let me make it bigger. Pause. There's been like 3 stories today that have really divided black people. Really, and this is one of them. Because the highbrows are like, that's insulting. You're trying to pull out every black card stop that you can to make her more appealing to black folks with her black side. That story. There's another story. Some guy named Kanye. He really divided the internet today. I don't even want to go into that by myself. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's to a point. He had another breakdown, by the way. So in case you haven't heard, and I don't want to give it attention, but it's hard not to, because I checked in and it was 400,000 tweets in the last 2 hours. So he was trending number 1. And then the tweets that he put up, a couple of them had 500,000 likes. So it's like, how can you not talk about it? But I'm gonna let you do your Googles. Give it some time. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Maybe. But he had another breakdown and was just going all the way in. And then posted a video of him with one of his Grammys, apparently, allegedly, in the toilet and him pissing on it, talking about pretty much F the music industry, and he's trying to get out of his contract and all this. But it had the internet divide, had black people divided, because it's like, we need to protect him at all costs. Michael Jackson tried to tell us they're going MJ Kanye, and other people was like, all right, well, y'all let it go. He's been an asshole to his entire career. He knew what the music industry was. Like, why now? He's still diverting attention to himself. And so anyway, we might talk about that tomorrow. So moving on. All right, here's another one. So I thought this one was interesting too. This divided black people too. So I don't know if y'all familiar with Maya Moore. So Maya Moore is a WNBA, college basketball legend and WNBA star who took the last 2 seasons off to pursue some social justice for an individual that she was familiar with who happened to be locked up, who she believed was innocent. And he was, at the time of she eventually got him released, helped to get him released. At the time, he had done 23 years. So this morning, they got on Good Morning America and made an announcement, her and the gentleman, that was really kind of hard to believe for a lot of people. All right, let's take a look. Let's go right to it. And this is courtesy of Good Morning America. I hope I don't get blocked, but whatever.
Here on GMA, and I hope that you remember this powerful moment. Jonathan Irons walking out of prison as a free man 23 years after a wrongful conviction, greeted by his family and his advocates that included WNBA star Maya Moore. 2 months later, they are paying it forward in a big way. We're going to talk to them both live in just a moment, but first, here is more of their story. It has been 2 months since Jonathan Irons was released from prison after serving 23 years of a wrongful conviction. A victory won with the help of WNBA superstar Maya Moore, who stepped away from the game at the height of her career to fight for Jonathan's freedom.
I feel like I can live life now, man. I'm free, I'm blessed.
And their journey for justice continues.
Today, I ask you again to stand with me and do everything that you can to make your voice heard.
The duo are teaming up to inspire others to fight for what's right, beginning with a Get Out the Vote campaign, reminding us all that change starts in our own backyard.
Your vote is your power.
Vote for your family.
Vote for your community. Vote for justice.
And joining us live now, Maya Moore and Jonathan Irons. It is good to have you back with us here on Good Morning America with those big smiles. Hey there, Jonathan, Maya. Okay, all right. This is very important that we're talking about the Get Out the Vote campaign. Yes, indeedy. There is something else, though. Another collaboration, if you will,
Wait
that you
for it.
two are engaged in. So, you want to share any announcement or anything with us, Maya, Jonathan?
Absolutely. So we wanted to announce today that we are super excited to continue the work that we've been doing together, but doing it as a married couple. So we got married a couple months ago, and we're excited to just continue this new chapter of life together.
Yeah, Jonathan put a ring on it. He put a ring on it. He's got a ring himself.
No.
You know, Jonathan and Maya, there are people that are jumping up and down right now. Because when they saw you on our air, they were like, is there something going on between these two? But remind people that you had no idea who he was, that you had family and friends who introduced you to him, and how this all evolved. Can you just tell us about this love story, how it began?
Okay, I'll give you the Cliff Notes, because I don't know if we got time to sit through that. And y'all funny already. Yeah, John. When Robin said engaged, she gave the shit away, first of all. But anyway, true definition of a rider. You're correct, sir. But I got so many inappropriately toxic responses to just that first 2 minutes. First of all, why she speak for him? And then why he hit she went to Jared move. You know what I mean? Like, my man, you free, dog. You not, that's too much. You free, man. Relax. But hey, kudos to them. This is an amazing story. So wait a minute, one of y'all said something funny. Yeah, they did, Lauren, they did on Twitter. They was like, I don't want to hear none of y'all say nothing else about Tyler Perry movies ever again. I saw that too. This is an amazing story. There's some layers. We got to do some digging. All right. Unpack was 2020's word. 2021's word is digging. We got to do some digging. So apparently it's not just she heard a story of a guy who was wrongly accused and was doing a prison bid for a crime he didn't commit. And then she tried to get him out of jail, and they realized that they couldn't be apart. They fell in love and she got married. It ain't that. All right, we do some further digging, and she explains it in the interview. He was a family friend who was in this situation. They met like 13 years ago. So she was 18. And she was doing a ministry, doing some missionary work. And it took her to the jail where she met him, got the story, whatever. I guess they're close in age. And over the course of 10 to 13 years, they kind of got real personal and got close and, shared emotion and fell in love. Now that's better than most free relationships outside the walls. So I say kudos, man. If you can't find them on the outside, get you one on the inside. Like, it wasn't no overnight thing. You know what I'm saying? He was in one spot. She knew where he was every night. He wasn't, you know what I mean? I support it. I wholeheartedly support it. That happens, man. It's like, that's a big deal. They both, their souls met on the project, and the closer they got, the harder she fought for his freedom. And then when he got free, it was like, oh man, let's make a life together. You know what I'm saying? That's major. She took off 2 years of her professional career at the top of her game, mind you, to help this man get free. She freed her, ladies. She freed hers. Y'all be all this talk, all this feminism. She went to jail and broke hers out. What y'all doing out here, man? She went and freed hers. She freed her piece. It was like, free my mans, literally. She got a shirt. Say, free my mans. And she did that. So shout out to Maya Moore. You a real one. You know what I mean? So there's that. But that had the movie coming soon, immediately. And if they don't write it, they stupid. That's a right now movie with cameos, special appearances by. You know what I mean? Like that's real. You got a shot going from her shooting on the court, and then he's shooting on the court, but they, her court is in an arena, his is in a prison yard. You know what I mean? You could play that whole he got game type of, those type of visuals. That's a great story right there. You know what I mean? 10 years. You was a teenager, now you're an adult, and y'all know each other for all this time, and he get free, and that's your man. Free my mans. That's gonna be a t-shirt. Free. That's the name of the movie. Free my mans. I like it, Mr. Clarkson. Maya and Jonathan, court to court. I like it. All right, keep going. Let me see what y'all got. I need some movie titles for the Maya and Jonathan story. Let's go. You just as fast as you say them, I'm gonna read them. We already got court to court. We got Free My Mans. Let's get it. All right. Produced by Black Hallmark for the Lifetime channel. Of course, you know that's gonna happen. Love in Prison, basketball. All right. I should write the screenplay. Yeah, why not? All right, give me another one. Give me two more good ones, and then we'll keep it moving. Two more good ones. Give me a name for the all right. From Jail Cell to Wedding Bells. All right, that's all right. We getting warm. This is interactive right here. What's the movie name? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Give you a little energy. So let's listen to a little bit more.
Yeah, so I met Jonathan when I was 18. I was about to be a freshman
give me your titles.
at UConn, and my godparents and my great uncle introduced me to him and his story and his case being wrongfully convicted. He had been in prison over a decade at that point, and so I was just interested in learning, got to know him, and over the last 13 years, we have just developed a friendship and just entered into this huge battle to get him home. And just over time, it was pretty clear what the Lord was doing in our hearts. And now we're sitting here today, starting a whole new chapter together.
Wait a minute, we have a winner. Mr. Clarkson, the grand prize winner. Maya Jonathan, UConn and the XCon. That's it right there. That is it. Oh, what a... Okay, with an honorable mention, Cuffed Up. Okay, I liked it. Cuffed. Or Cuffed. Because that's double entendre, right? I like it. There we go. So those are the two names, man. We got to work on the screenplay this weekend, man. UConn and the XCon. Cuffed. The story of UConn and the XCon. There it is right there. That's it. Balls and Chains. I like it. Honorable mention. Nola comes through with the spoiler, SBW. But is he an ex-con? No. I might have to go to the judges on that one. Because if he's been vindicated, that's tough. Hey, but look, hey, man, this is movie magic. We don't need all that smart shit. It's movie magic. We just go with that, and then as you watch the movie and the story unravels and develops, you'll realize that he was wrongly accused. But the title of the movie is still going to be UConn and the XCon. Cuffed. A love story. All right, let's keep it moving. Y'all a trip, man. All right, so we've reached that part of the show. We got a lot in, man, in case you missed it. And a lot of things going on. Slow news day, but still exciting nonetheless. All that breaking news, I don't do none of that. So I don't like talking about all the big stories that you can find on all the other platforms and shows and TV and all that. We like to go live with the real. So at this point in the program, we always like to leave on a lesson with a word from an elder in a segment I like to call Hi Dad.
Happy every day, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflection. Big time choke. I saw it, but I did not believe it was happening. The LA Clippers are no longer in the bubble, as they choked in Game 7, as they did in the previous games after having a 3-1 lead in the series. Why am I disappointed? I wanted LA to spank that. A couple of years ago, they removed a Paul George commercial where he hit a game-winning shot. They cut it out because he had never hit a game-winning shot. Now, Kawhi Leonard comes to LA with a commercial indicating that he now owns LA, not LeBron. What a joke. Remove that commercial from rotation.
Damn.
On a brighter note, did you see that block by Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat? Now that was a game. Both teams gave their all. The playoffs are for real. Now that the pretenders are now gone fishing.
Oh.
Peace and blessings to all. Alpha Papa.
Shots fired. Yeah, how you now you want to edit and bleep cuss words now you want to okay. Ooh, all right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Word from an elder. All right, so for the rest of us, man, we'll be here tomorrow, Lord willing. So on behalf of the whole production team, Mr. Clarkson, executive producer, John Watson from All Fun and Games, we are here located at the Patreon, full shows and bonus clips. I appreciate all the new people watching today, and tell somebody. So if everybody, we double up. So tomorrow, everybody just tell one person, bring a person. Just bring a person. That's how you double up. It ain't even a whole lot. You ain't even got to be all make a announcement, do a commercial, none of that. Just bring a person and then we'll double up tomorrow. And also, here's the Cash App in case you want to slide us some loose fundage. And we'll take it and handle some of the necessities and the equipments and the maintenance and all of that. You know what I mean? Beyond that, y'all be safe out there. Roland Martin, thank you for standing by as always, but today just wasn't the day for you. So we'll try to squeeze you in tomorrow. Everybody else, man, have a good one, man. Y'all be easy.